the Attorney Registration and Disciplinary Commission of the Supreme Court of Illinois, Michelle Obama, who had gone to school, became an attorney, voluntarily went inactive, and became unauthorized to practice law per her request. She gave up her law license, then went to work for the University of Chicago Medical Center, where she received a very generous salary of $317,000 a year. Now, I don't know what she did. Now, Dr. Manning Dr. Manning is an African-American, and he has called, and I quote, he has called Obama a good house Negro. He's also called him a long-legged Mac Daddy.
Now, what does that mean? What does a long-legged Mac Daddy mean?
It's not good. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's a term that I am not familiar with.
I think basically it means a pimp master.
Mac Daddy, yeah.
Yeah, he's a pimp master. Okay.
That would work.
Yeah, so just to clarify that for those out there that are confused by the lingo. Okay, continue.
Okay, yeah, he's also called him an emissary of the devil.
Oh, that's a good one. I would say minion, his name, Barack Hussein Obama. If you recall the Bible, it says, lightning fallen from heaven. That is the title of Lucifer himself, lightning fallen from heaven. I have seen lightning fallen from heaven. That is Lucifer, or should we call him Loser Fairy?
Yes.
And which Obama also fits, by the way, because he's a drug-addicted, bisexual pervert.
Exactly. Not unlike other politicians we know about.
Exactly. In fact, all these high-level Illuminati Masons that go to these groves are, by and large, if you actually participate in or see what's going on, these men are dressed up as women, doing play acting. There's weird things going on. They have both male and female prostitutes to these facilities of all these men that are meeting there. This is pretty darn bizarre.
Yeah, very bizarre, very perverse. Dr. Manning used hired investigators, and he has five things that he states. Columbia University will not divulge whether the alleged diploma issued was in the name of Barry Soetoro or Barack Hussein Obama. No public record exists regarding the diploma. Number two, Obama alleges he attended Columbia in 1982-83, but the investigators have been unable to turn up a single shred of written documentation for the years 81, 82, 83, and 84 that show where Obama appeared on a school roster, register, faculty memo, bulletin board, school award, dean's list. Nowhere. There is nowhere. Didn't appear in a yearbook, a club record, fraternity record, extracurricular activity, membership roster, student newspaper, student radio or TV activity where Obama appeared in any records as a worker, employee, laborer in or about Columbia University. In other words, he didn't have a job around the area.
Yeah, but you know there's one place he didn't check?
Where?
The Cylon base ship that was out in space above Earth.
Probably.
You got to use some humor. I mean, this guy has no records that even exist. I mean, has anybody actually touched him to see if he's real or he's holographic?
He might be a holograph.
or he might have actually been spawned, as I said before. I mean,
sure.
This is almost humorous. It's so over the top. It's like, what are they hiding? It's like the old story. You see somebody with things behind their back, and you say, well, why are your hands behind your back? And it drives you crazy because you want to know what's there. If it's your birthday, you probably figure it's got to be a present, or if it's someone you are fearful of, you probably figure it's a weapon. Well, what's he hiding?
What's
he hiding? What's he hiding? And if everything's gone, and it took literally thousands of people over years to completely expunge the records, there's got to be something really dark on this.
Really bad. Speaking of expunging records, they also interviewed professors, college employees, students that were there at Columbia during the years in question. They failed to turn up a single person that can remember Obama. Now, this is irrefutable evidence, because think about your own situation. If Obama had attended your college and he went on to become president, wouldn't you be the first to say, yeah, I went to school with that guy? But nobody has ever done that. Nobody's come forward to do that. Now, Obama's background, if he was a CIA agent, which we can say that he was, according to the record, Obama hired a John O. Brennan, who is his top terrorism intelligence advisor, and was the owner of the Analysis Corporation, which was a firm that was cited in March 2008 for penetrating the files of presidential candidates Barack Obama, Hillary Rodham Clinton, and John McCain in the State Department's passport office. Investigators maintained that the target of this illegal activity was Obama's passport file for the sole purpose of cleansing the records of information that would jeopardize Obama's candidacy. The breach of the passport records of the other candidates was to create confusion. Brennan was, at the time, an unpaid advisor working with Obama's campaign. Passport files include an applicant's name, gender, social security number, date and place of birth, and passport number. Additional information may include birth certificates, naturalization certificates, and oaths of allegiance for U.S.-born citizens who adopted the citizenship of a foreign country as a minor. Okay, so the Senate Foreign Relations Committee oversees the State Department. Joseph Biden, now Obama's vice president, was the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee at the time of the breach. Now, the State Department records, passport records, were scrubbed to erase any mention of Obama's CIA activities and his personal information. A State Department employee, Lieutenant Quarrel Harris, Jr., who had ready access and apparently scrubbed the records because he was asked to, was killed. Harris had decided
Whoa. This guy he had a bad day? No.
He had a last day.
A last day. Okay, I got it. So he had the end of his days, as Robbie Burns would say, he was removed from this mortal coil.
He was. And it was because Harris decided to cooperate with the FBI, who was investigating the break-in. His body was discovered in his parked car. He had been shot in the head, execution style. The Indonesian passport, issued in the name of Barry Soetoro, was used to travel to Pakistan to assist the Afghan mujahideen during the U.S. buildup. So everything was scrubbed, okay? And so Harris was killed because he had decided to cooperate with the FBI. So we have to understand that the CIA is not an intelligence gathering operation. The Truman administration authorized psychological warfare by the newly established National Security Council in December of 1947, which allowed covert operations during peacetime. This document NSC 4-A, made the CIA director responsible for psychological warfare and placed it under the exclusive direction of the executive branch. The CIA has unvouchered funds which allow the agency to operate without exposure or congressional oversight. Now, some of the things that the CIA can do is black operations, including economic warfare.
Whoa. And, of course,
warfare.
The CIA controls the military, the lettered agencies control all the governments and corporations on Earth, and the CIA, as I say, the thumb in the CIA, or maybe the trigger finger, is the Mossad.
Yeah.
We're going to continue this dialogue, Deanna, in 2 weeks on April 1st, again, on April Fool's Day, and if we continue to allow Obama and his yahoos to have power, we're the fools. We'll be back with Deanna then. Amazing research, Deanna. Again, your book is going to be called
When the Power Elite Rules.
And we need to get a copy right away and have it posted up in June, which is coming up quickly. Back in a moment with the Health and Wellness Hour. Thank you, Deanna. Remarkable research.
Bye-bye. Thank you.